Happy Wednesday to everyone. Hello guys. I will start today with this beautiful quote that I want to share with you, and it goes, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance with the rain. And with this we are starting our live streaming today. It's a Wednesday, beautiful sunny day in London. Spring has officially started and I'm very excited. In a little moment Martina is joining me in this session. We are asked for our first time. Welcome. And please feel free to contribute, to share, to feel like at home with us, because this really is for us. To share, to be together, to talk about things that matter in life. And today's subject is very, I think it's going to be very close for all of us. Martinka, hello.
Hello, happy Wednesday. Happy sunny Wednesday.
Sunny Wednesday, and it's very nice and warm. I was leaving a house this morning at before 5 o'clock, and you know, it was so warm. I'm so light. Huh?
It's lovely. Spring is on its way.
Spring is here. So welcome for all of you joining us. I know you're joining us from all over the world. So welcome. And hopefully you are going to enjoy this subject we are going to talk about today very much. We are going to be talking about 7 ways to peace of mind when life gets hard. And if you're anything like me or Martina or millions of others, I believe we are not alone, that sometimes life does get hard. Sometimes we are in situations we are holding on for dear life. You know, sometimes, I know I was in situations when I was thinking, oh, okay, what's next? You know, like, because it's, we have a saying, don't we, in Slovakia, like when one thing being chucked on you, then the other thing joins, and then it's this thunderstorm.
Let's say it in Slovak. Keď sa sere, tak sa sere.
No.
Is that what you meant?
My mom says, sorry guys, for those of you who don't speak Slovak, I just want to say, my mom's got a saying, na posratého aj hajzel spadne. I remember this one. You don't want to know the translation of this. Don't worry, maybe we will send it in a comment, so someone please do that. If you feel free to translate. But anyway, before we go ahead and actually start talking about this, guys, let us briefly introduce ourselves. So Martinka, I will let you go ahead.
Thank you. So my name is Martina Stewart. I've been living in the UK for 20 years. I've got 2 children, and what I'm passionate about is healthy eating. Myself, I'm a vegan for 5-6 years, and I really love to spread this lifestyle to other people because it did help me. And also I'm working with ladies just like me or Lucia, ladies who are reaching a lovely time, the blossoming time of their era, and basically to show them that we can be beautiful, fit and sexy in every stage of our lives. Yes, I am 40, 3-4 days now, and I really love to show you guys that 40 is only a number, and we can still look beautiful in this age. So that's my passion, to be sharing this lovely, lifestyle and all of that, what goes together.
I can never ever believe you're 40. But you should be talking about it because you're such an inspiration, Martina.
Yeah, and the thing is, because when I was, I think, 37, I looked in the mirror, and that's, when you feel okay, and then one day you just look in the mirror and said, oh, wow, it's just like something has changed. And I look at my face and I could see the wrinkles and everything. And at that time I was looking for something like skincare and stuff. And I got help, introduced to a lovely stuff, which I've been using. But it's everything. I think it's a good lifestyle. It's a food we eat. It's how we feel, how we think, and then obviously what we're putting on our skin is very beneficial.
It's a combination of things, isn't
Everything.
it? Like, because you have these adverts in a TV, and they say, you know, eat this or use this product, and it's so much sales, isn't it? So much, and marketing is thriving on this. Sales are thriving on this. But the truth is, it's just common sense, isn't it? It's like, treat yourself as a temple, treat your body as a temple, respect yourself. You know, it's a combination of things. That cream will never do magic if you're eating crap and chocolate. You know.
Yeah.
Gallons of chocolate every day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you for that. Inspirational. My name is Lucia Hoxa. I'm a yoga teacher and lifestyle coach, and I support women all over the world to pursue what is important to them, to live the lives they love. And guys, this is not about life, like my life is perfect. It's nowhere near, you know. I'm keep on growing, I keep on discovering, but it's to kind of be in that space where whatever life throws at you, you look at it as an opportunity for learning, to grow, to expand, to do something beautiful with it. And I always been very, like, great stand for this, because trust me, I had a, you know, fair share of my challenges in life, even recently. And I'm always interested to, you know, how I can grow from this point, how I can become not only stronger, but better, like even greater human being that serves others and that makes something meaningful with my life. And I believe I'm not special. You can, you know, many of you girls are sending me messages and that you're so ready for this. We've been just talking about it with Martina, like how many women, especially women, but also men, are very ready on this discovery path, on this realizing, like, what you know, is this it? Is this my life? Or do I want to actually, you know, is this like, do I want to do this for 30, 40, 50 years of my life? Or is there something else, some, you know, more aliveness, more enjoyment, more fulfillment in life? So, you know, I am, if you like, I'm that kind of bridge that provides this platform for people, and I do it with lots of love.
Can I just say, I think what was for me a one sentence which awakened me, you know, like really shaked me up, was someone asked me, where do I see myself in 5 years' time if I would be doing exactly the same what I'm doing? And that person asked me that, that was it. Isn't it?
What did open up to you then?
I just, you know, I just knew then that something has to change, you know, for me to be somewhere else. And not something, someone has to change. And that someone, it's of course me.
Yeah. When was this?
3 years ago. Yeah.
And what did you see? Because, you know, is that inevitable future? Like, if we keep on doing what we are doing, we will only get what we got.
Well, that exactly what is, you know, I was okay, you know, I was in lovely balance, but there was still missing something. Yeah. And I think some people are okay where they are, but some people want more, and they don't know what can it be, you know, what can be offered to them. So when that question was asked, I was like, ready, bring it on. I like one more, you know, and then it's starting opening other things and the self-growth and everything.
And do you know what is interesting? That I'm coming to conclusion that, and for me as well, if I'm very honest, like in some areas of my life, I needed to, you know, we sometimes need things to get really bad before we do something.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't need to hit that bottom.
Yeah, please. Yeah. You know, raise the hand up if you recognize this kind of feeling, like whether it's your weight or is your health or is your job or, you know, like sometimes relationships, you know, sometimes we need to, things go so bad that we actually can't take it anymore, and then we do something about it. You know, whether you know, whether you find a coach or you know, sign up for a gym, or, you know, like really pick yourselves up.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's cyclical, so it goes up and down. Anyway, guys, let's go and talk about what we are here to talk about. And please talk to us. Martinka, you are going to read us any comments, so please don't be shy. Whatever you say, we appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Marty, just interrupt me anytime, because I really want to make sure this is an interactive thing, so we are not like talking to you. Basically, when I'm talking or Martina is talking, we are just filling up the time when you're not talking to us.
Yes, so please
You got it?
talk to us by commenting.
Yeah.
And you know, guys, please like and share this video. Also, Lucia is going to share some lovely freebie. Who is going to share this video? We're going to do that freebie for them. And you know, there is so many people who will find this video eye-opener or something. So please do share, and that would be very, very good. So today we're going to talk about 7 ways to peace of mind when life gets hard. And the first is learn to trust yourself. This is a really good one, isn't it? So it isn't as bad as you sometimes think it is. As you heal and grow, it will all work out. Relax and trust yourself. Repeat that in your mind every morning, because the truth is, it all works out in the end. Put your full trust in yourself by following your intuition and doing your best, and then move forward one step at a time with faith and confidence in the future. Life will not forsake you. Universe has got your back. Lovely book though. I read it.
It is very nice book as well, yeah.
Love,
so guys,
a bit more. Love, persistence, and hard work combined rarely lead a person astray in the long run. So if you have faith in your abilities, if you stay true to the path that feels right, if you channel your passion into action, you will ultimately achieve a breakthrough. In other words, as soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to heal and grow.
Yeah, so Martinka is reading about you know, something that I'm sending as a new newsletters every month, those of you who subscribe to my newsletter. So please, if you want to have this whole article and much more, many special offers and different kind of articles in your mailbox every month or every 2 weeks, actually sometimes. Send me your email so I can, you know, I can send it to you and you can have a look at this. But now let's talk about, you know, because it's so different when you read it on a paper and it's like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, this is just a theory, but I have no idea how to apply it to my life. So how would we apply this? You know, how can we trust ourselves in situation that is actually really, you know, tough, really, really demanding? What do you think, guys?
What do you think, guys? See, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be what you're asking, but you know, sometimes we find in a situation or we tell ourselves a story which we're starting to believe, and that doesn't have to be truth.
Yeah. So basically,
we create in our head,
create drama,
a scenario.
Yeah.
And then you set yourself up for it, and you're thinking and overthinking it, and then in the end, when you find the real truth, you'll say, you know,
and you know, maybe there is no truth. You know, consider there is no truth. It's just the stories we create about the situation. You know, it's the same thing like we go to the cinema and one person is saying, you know what, that movie was absolutely amazing, and the other one says, oh, that was crap. It was the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very good point, Mati. Do we have any comments yet?
We've got 2, but I can't get into them because they're further in the front.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, please share with us. We love your comments.
Yeah. You know, trusting yourself in a times when they say shit hits the fan, you know, you get that redundancy, or you realize your boyfriend just cheated on you, you know, like that, like really tough situations. And I believe that first of all, you are in a shock, right? Because it's something you didn't expect. Or it doesn't have to be shock. Sometimes I had one of the ladies, obviously I'm not going to say name, but send me a message this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning saying, Luz, do you have anything for depression? You know, I've been crying for 4 days. What do I do with this? You know, and my heart goes out because, you know, I don't know the background. I don't really know the person that intimately, or not what is happening for them now. it's not my client, you know, and my heart goes out. And so it doesn't have to be even something that has been triggered. I don't know, you know, like it's just that internal feeling that sometimes comes from God knows what, but we are just feeling, we are spiraling, we are feeling worse and worse and worse, and we are going down. And it's very easy when you are in the downward spiral to go into almost, yeah, it can even go to depression, although it's a clinical term, so let's be a little bit careful about using this word. But learning to trust yourself, it is in situations when life gets really, really hard, is for me about, in some ways, about surrendering. And when I say surrendering, I don't mean give up. It's completely not the same thing. In fact, it's opposite. Surrendering is, you know, what helps me is to know that there is something much bigger than I am, whether it's God or
so is it something like, what I could achieve, I've done it, I've done my best,
yeah, and the rest is I'm giving,
and I'll open up to the rest.
Yeah, I'm giving the rest, I'm giving in the hands of universe, and I trust that God will do what God wants to do. Mm-hmm. and I make a peace with it, because I really, really trust that even if it doesn't seem like in that moment, whatever God does is like his wish, is he loves us so much. So even if we don't understand it in that moment, in general, like he is doing what's best for us and for humanity in general. And that's controversial, and many people can argue that with me, because there are some awful things happening obviously in the world, and you know, that's why we are so bitter, and we are like, you know, does God exist? And I don't mean to twist it to religious, you know, we can say Mother Nature or whatever you believe in, because there must be, we can't, yeah, and energy, and it always works. What helps me is to surrender in that situation, because winding ourselves up more and more, and you know, hyping ourselves up and getting angry or upset or depressed, or it is not going to fix the problem, and it's going to just send us into that downward spiral that is leading to not very nice places, I think.
Yeah, so I've got comments which I would like to read. So Katka is saying, God always work lastminute.com. When we don't expect it, then the miracle will happen.
Give us examples, Katka. How did that happen in your life?
And there's another Kati. There's always some positive in every negative. Yes. What can we learn from this situation?
For sure.
What is teaching me this situation? And we always have to think that way.
Yeah, we don't have to, but it's good. It's good. And sometimes it's not possible straight away. When something traumatic happens, you just need to breathe, man. You know, like I was there. You know, it's not possible. Like when, you know, we had a lot of challenges with my husband. My God, like two of us. We've been picking each other up. One was down, the other one was down, or sometimes both of us being down. And you know, but then when you catch the breath, and when you emerge just a little bit above water, just like that, you know, poke your head out, then I like to get to that space like, okay, God, I'm open. Like, what, you know, there is a purpose for it. I trust you. What can I learn from this situation? Please, like, make me, you know, that awareness. And then I look. And last time it felt like I was looking for a long time. I was like, nothing is coming, nothing is coming, nothing is coming. And because I kept on saying to myself, nothing is coming, nothing was coming. And then when I relaxed, when I stopped trying so hard to learn something, then it came.
Yeah. So like Julia is writing, Julia, when one door closes in for us, there is another one that opens, and everything happens for a reason. I always look for something positive in bad things. Yes.
For sure. I've been made redundant from so many of my jobs, and every single time it was the biggest blessing. I swear to God. I
But
swear to God.
I know you're looking at it now, it's a blessing, but actually when it happened first time, what went through your head? Because I know what you're talking about now.
Every time, huh?
Because I can, because in my situation, before when I lost the job, I was like, and now what now? But every time was something better, isn't it? But we don't see that.
Do you know what? I don't know if I'm different to you guys, but actually for me, because I really didn't belong to corporate environment for a long time. You know, it just didn't make sense to me, like value wise. Maybe different companies, maybe there are now more and more companies who are, you know, whose values would align with mine. But those I've been working with, I didn't find those being the case. And without naming them. And every single time where I've been made redundant, my reaction was like, first was shock.
Yeah.
Then I started laughing. Like I had a hysterical laugh.
Yeah.
Like no matter boss, no boss, you know, I just started laughing. And because it just made sense to me straight away. Because I was deep in my heart, I was wishing to get out of there anyway. I mean, I was very clever. I was doing everything right. Anyway, I don't want to make it about me, but it's we all have a different reactions, you know. But let's move. Do we have any more comments?
Not for now.
Okay, let's move to that second point. So basically, first point, guys, was about trusting yourself and trusting the universe or whatever you believe in, that is greater, that is higher, because things always work out at the end somehow. You know, somehow things will come together. Yeah. I'm not saying sit on your bum and do nothing. I'm not saying don't take responsibility or action. By all means, absolutely do everything you can from your side. But the rest, things that you cannot influence, then, you know, leave it to someone, the big man up there.
The bigger energy, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to say something, but it's gone now. So number 2, focus on what you're learning. So mistakes and setbacks are simple a form of practice. If the road is easy and free of bumps, you're likely going the wrong way. The bumps in a road teach you what you need to know to progress down a path that is all your own. Sometimes things have to go wrong in order to go right. Sometimes you need to change a flat tire or two before you can move on. Bottom line, your journey isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. To never struggle is never grow. There is no perfectly smooth road to any place worth going. That is so nice.
I really love that. Guys, I'm so proud of myself. But I really love that section, even from your mouth. Now I heard it because I was typing. Now I heard it when someone says it. I love that section when it says, your journey is not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. You know, we looking often in life for that easy route, you know, for that shortcut, you know, how we can get money quick or how we can get to somewhere quick, you know. But isn't it about that experience of the journey? You know, yesterday I had a lovely lady calling me. She's got she's a nurse in one of the clinics, IVF clinics here in London. And she wanted to have an interview with me, like how was my journey and what I would like suggest for women who are going through this journey, and how they can be supported. And I was very, very happy to talk to her. But when she asked me what I would change, I would say absolutely nothing. And there have been some horrendous things that happen on this journey. Not only like the results of it, but also, you know, sometimes attitude of people, not attitude, but you know, NHS is NHS, and thank God we have it. But, you know, the truth is people are under so much pressure that not always they have a time to be patient with you when you are stressed, or, you know, or have like kind smile at you. Like, not every time you're feeling treated as the most important person. Yeah. You know, it's more like you are a number, one of many. And when you are doing something that is most important and in your life, like having a baby, it can be very emotional when you're like this. And I could say, you know, I didn't like this, but to be honest with you, Martina, I wouldn't change one thing, because everything what happened and the sequence it happened in, and the, you know, the side effects I had, all the bruises and everything, you know, I wouldn't change one thing because it was just perfect the way it was. So this is the thing, like focus on what you're learning from this experience. What I learned from this experience was massively much more patience than I ever had in my life, much more trust in God than I ever had in my life. And also, before I was more like things had to be certain way, I had things planned, and this journey really taught me that things change every single day. You never know when you're going to be in hospital. You never know when, you know, like I had to learn to be so flexible that, you know, I could plan, but I just needed to be very loose about my expectations. I needed to keep my commitment, but keep on letting go of my attachment, because anytime I could have been disappointed and my heart could have been broken, and it has been broken twice, you know. So yeah, what's your learnings, guys, in difficult situations? And I'm sure you are having many.
We had one comment, but I'm scared to touch the thing that we go. All right, so Lubica wrote, who else would you trust more than yourself? So that's the comment from before.
Yeah. And trusting ourselves, we don't have to feel like we are perfect, because we are not. It's just having the trust that even if we choose something that is not absolutely right for us, even that is important, because it will eventually, we will get on that right path. Because going against ourselves, we can only do it as long.
Yeah.
I feel like if we go against ourselves, and you can feel it, because you can feel it emotionally, you can feel something is off in your life. Sometimes you get sick. That's your body talking to us that we are going against ourselves, you know. Exhaustion, you know, various symptoms. And the truth is, most of it we are doing to ourselves because we feel like we have a choice. We do.
Yeah.
It's just, as a human being, sometimes we are not learning to think out of the box. We are like those horses when we go like that.
Then it hits you and then you're going to learn.
Well, something's got to give, you know. It's like one of my clients now recently, she's in Chicago, and yeah, like, and I'm sensing this, like, because it's been, sometimes things needs to get worse. And then I just had this feeling, sometimes I've got this strong intuition. It's like something's gonna happen out there. And I'm not going to reveal it because obviously it's confidential, but yes, she sent me a message yesterday. So, you know, sometimes life really works, and you are being guided, guys. We are all being guided. I promise. We just don't listen. Universe is knocking on the door all the time, every day, in various ways. Whether it's bird landing on your, you know, your ceiling, or someone says something to you, or you notice that sign on a lorry, yeah, that says, I don't know, something that you've been thinking about, and that's your answer. So start noticing, like, start walking.
I'm gonna share with you now one story what happened to me last year when we were traveling to Slovakia. I was reading book, and this book is the universe, and she was talking about something. She said, think of something nice. And I thought, okay, so I was thinking about the blue flowers. I love blue, I love flowers. And then we got lost somewhere in Germany, and how we turned to like a really little funny road. There was an orchard, loads of flowers. There was a fence. Lucia, there was loads of flowers on the fence, and blue flowers, like 1 meter. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God. That was like 2 or 3 minutes after I created that in my mind.
Martina, but you are so powerful, and you know what is amazing? Because you're doing this cleansing work with your body. A lot of my clients are actually in your group as well.
Yeah.
And they're cleansing internally. You know, I release the blockages from their head, from their past. And then you get to this point when you're so powerful, when you literally, you say chair and chair appears. You must have been, when you've been traveling in that car, so connected. So
I was like, I wanted to work, so I was really concentrating. And when he turned to turn the car around, when I saw those flowers, it was like, you know,
honey, it wasn't like you tried hard. You put your
yeah.
It wasn't like, we don't get these things when sometimes it's just a brief thought. And it goes both ways, by the way. So when we are this cleansed, when we are creating, that's why I encourage my people to always be conscious on what they're saying, what they're creating. We are going to talk about it in a moment. So let's move on, just so, because you know how we always run out of the time.
Yeah. All right. So number 3, ease your expectations. So life is under no obligation to give you exactly what you expect. Whatever it is you're seeing will rarely ever come in a form you're expecting. True. Don't miss the silver lining because you were expecting gold. You must see and accept things as they are instead of as you hoped, wished, or expected them to be. Just because it didn't turn out like you had envisioned, doesn't mean it isn't exactly what you need to get to where you ultimately want to go. Yeah.
You sparkled with that, like when you've been watching, right? So it's like, how many of you guys got a stories? Just think about them, really. Martina was reading, is that whatever you're seeking will rarely ever come in the form you're expecting. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. You know, we had it line up like, you know, I find a boyfriend, then we live together for 2 years, then we get married, we buy a house, we get married, we'll have one kid, then after the second kid. Who's got it this way? Please let us know.
Let's mix it together.
You know, I mean, it's more like you get married when you're far too young, then you get divorced, then you don't have kids, then you want to have a kid, you can't have a kid, then you don't have a house, you have a child, and it's more like that, isn't it? So, you know, and then it's really, you know, having the expectations and holding on tight to them, and having that, you know, it has to happen this way. It costs so much energy. And it doesn't happen because actually the more attachment we have to it, the more we are holding on like monkeys to the banana, and we don't let go, the more, you know, it's not happening. And then we get more frustrated, then we get angry, then we try harder, then we get tired, then we try harder, then we get angry, then we get frustrated, and it's like vicious circle, huh?
Yeah.
And I've been there, you know, hands up. And yeah, I was saying to Martina, I had a conversation with, sometimes I love talking to old people, not famous, just old people who, you know, are feeling a little bit lonely, and just asking them questions about life, especially those at the end of, you know, very end of their lives, because there's so much wisdom. These guys
what is the most question you ask?
Well, yesterday, because I met a man who is honestly, like, his mantra is no problem. That's his mantra, you know, like, we had a barbecue and the sausage fall down in a fire. It's like, no problem, you know. It's not much English going on with this man, but, you know, and I said to him, don't you, like, how come you're always so happy? And he just, with a broken English, he said, you know, no limping, good. A potom then he said, you know, greedy people on a monument. They are dead already, you know, like, because he was quite famous. He was famous DJ in Bulgaria, and you know, he had a potential to be in politics and, you know, have a lot of money after communism broke down, and he chose not to. And, you know, he doesn't have much now, but he's healthy. He's, like, you know, very energetic. He's got a lovely family, and yeah, he's happy. One of the happiest people I know, actually. Like, constantly happy. So I was asking him, so it is, you know, about expectations. This guy doesn't have expectations. Now, we are young, it's a little bit different, you know, we have a families, we are in different positions, so you need a house, and sometimes you've got a mortgage, and but it's just managing your expectations. Like, do I really need a bigger house to be happy, or is it practical reasons because, you know, that third child, really it would be nice if they have a, you know, space, you know, like, why do we want more? Is if we want something, maybe it's good to ask ourselves and to reflect sometimes, like, why is this thing important to me? Even things that seem obvious, just those things, you know, let's ask, why is it important to me to do this or to have this? And sometimes you've been doing it for so many years. If it's a job, like, you know, why am I still doing this? Is it still what I dreamed of? Is still why I started in the first place?
So it's interesting because sometimes people just going. How you said, they don't change until something bigger happens, isn't it? Either they hit the bottom or they just really realize. But so many people, they just staying in that kind of.
I think we need an awakening. We all need regular, maybe regular wake-up calls, you know, like, and because it is prompting us to do something now, rather than one day, someday, when it's what if I should, I could have, I didn't.
If I just would, yeah. Okay. So number 4, open up to someone you trust. You aren't alone. Let someone special in when you're in a dark place. You know who this person is. Don't expect them to solve your problems. Just allow them to face your problems with you. Give them permission to stand beside you. They won't necessarily be able to pull you out of the dark place you're in, but the light that spills in when they enter will at least show you which way the door is. Above all, the important thing to remember is that you are not alone. No matter how bizarre and embarrassed or pathetic you feel about your own situation, there is someone in your life who has dealt with similar emotions and who wants to help you. When you hear yourself say, I'm alone, it's just your insecurities trying to sell you a lie.
That's right.
Yeah.
And this is why we do what we do.
So many people are in the same situation, don't they? But they don't open themselves up. And when you do, you find out that you are not on your own. You are not alone.
It takes a courage. It takes a vulnerability, because as a human beings, we've got in our head that if you open up, or if you sad, or if you cry, or if you know, lose it in some kind of way, it's a weakness. And people can take advantage or hurt us. But actually, often when we do open up, like, really, people can relate to it.
Yeah.
And people can, you know, abundance of love that comes to you when you open your heart and who you really are is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. And that's from anybody, even strangers. Sometimes strangers. And that's what is beautiful about, and that's what I like people to discover as well, you know, because living in that fear of being judged, and, you know, and a pressure of being perfect is exhausting. It is, and I can write a book about that, because I'm like perfect example. I was like designed that way. So, you know, I have to keep on letting go and keep on forgiving myself, because I'm so not perfect. And reaching out is so important. I think if we need anything in this society, in this world, in this point, is connect with each other, is to create the communities, even if it's like online communities like this, is to to feel that we are not alone. Because I believe that we, in some ways, even if we are with people, sometimes we feel lonely because we are feeling not understood or misunderstood or betrayed or just simply not gotten, or sometimes we just feel like we are so different from everyone else because we don't open up. We feel like nobody can understand us or nobody can possibly be like we are. But the truth is, more or less, we all dealing with the same thing or similar things, more or less.
Yeah.
We all, I promise you guys, I worked with thousands of people now, and I'm fascinated every single time by new stories, but fundamentally, we are all dealing fundamentally with it, and we all want the same things. And that's the crazy thing about the world, the way the world is, that we all want the same thing, but we are not manifesting it in the same way. We are trying, like, there are some people who are trying to get it through manipulating, pushing, and, you know, elbowing each other. So more and more awareness needs to be happening in the world, so we find out that there is abundance and there is enough for all of us. So there is no need for jealousy, because there really is enough for all of us. And yeah, open up and trust someone you trust. So whether you are being inspired by someone, or you know, you find that friend, or even if you don't have someone like this, like, try to create the person who you would love to show up in your life.
Isn't it? I was doing some training on how to present on a social media, blah blah blah, and she said something. Imagine your higher self, like your higher self. What you like about your higher self, or what should be looking like your higher self. And then one day when you work on yourself, you will be that person who you imagined.
Yeah.
I really like that. That was something, my highlight.
It resonated with you.
Yeah, really. It really did.
For sure. Yeah. Okay, good. We've got a couple of more minutes, so let's go to number 5, 6, and 7.
5. Use hope to drive positive action. Only in the dark can you see the stars. The stars are hope. Look for them. The very least you can do in your life is figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope as you work for what you want. Do not admire what you hope for from a distance, but live right in it. Get deeply involved with the thoughts and activities that keep your hope alive and your intention possible. No, hope alone will not save you from this despair. Hope empowers you to strive and grow even when your circumstances are in shambles. The road that is built with hope is more pleasant than the road built in despair, even though they both may seem to lead you to the same place in a short term. But it is the positive growth you attain in your way to the temporary place that will benefit your final destination. It's all about balance, accepting reality without giving up on what needs to be done to reach your desired destination in a long run.
Yeah. So guys, I very rarely, I don't know if you notice, I very rarely use the word hope, actually. Because hope is something, it's, for me, is in some context, it can be very powerful. That's why I actually used it in this article. But hope in everyday life, I don't use it, because it is, you know, I love to give people the power, so they experience from within themselves that they have the power to create the life they want, against the odds, against the circumstances, against what country they came from, the language barrier, the upbringing they had, the drama that was happening in their childhood. You know, I really want to give this power back, you know, that in fact, the more shit that was going on in your life, the more you can turn it around. Really. So I very rarely use the word hope, but in this connotation, I like to use it because sometimes when we are in really, really pieces in life, and that's what we are talking about today, hope is where it starts. It's just some kind of bridge, you know, some kind of starting point, and it can be just tiny little glimpse of something. You know, I remember when I went through something very traumatic. I remember walking by the it was this time this year, last year this time, and the spring started like this, and I remember looking at the at the bridge and at the Thames, and listening the nice song came on, and I had a glimpse of happiness again. And I really didn't believe that I will ever be able to be happy again, because I was so sad about what happened. And I just had that glimpse of, you know, something is still possible in my life. And for me, that was hope. And so in this instance, I like to say, but, you know, don't rely again on just hoping. That's not what we are talking about. But, you know, keep the hope alive in terms of always know there is something possible, something available for you that is much greater than even maybe what you imagined. Yeah. Do we have any comments?
So guys, please share with us if you got any nice stories about what we're talking about. Please do share with us. You're watching us live at the moment, but if you are watching us replay as well, which we always ask us a question, write a story, we're always coming back to the broadcast, we're always reading the comments and liking them too. So please do that if you're watching us in a replay. That would be fabulous. Shall I move on to number 6?
Martinka, let's go just 6, 7 quite briefly. Guys, if you want this full article, please send me your email address in my personal message, and I will send you. This whole article will be coming out in about 2 weeks time or so, 2 or 3 weeks, when I give echo to my assistant. So let me know. Let's go to point 6, Mati. Let's just read the title, and guys, you know, those who are interested, we can send them the full thing.
Okay, so 6, move towards something instead of away. I quite like to read this. It's about something chocolate cookie. Don't think about eating that chocolate cookie. What are you thinking about now? Eating that chocolate cookie, right? When you concentrate on not thinking about something, you end up thinking about it.
Yeah. And I give you a secret, guys. I was having a coaching call on Saturday, and we've been actually working about this, and it was such a massive revelation for one of my clients. Bless her, and I'm so happy for her, because it was literally, you know, you could see in her face like, oh my God, you know, 35 years of my life, you know. It was massive. It was like, yeah, I love when that happens. And I want to give you a little, this is gold dust, okay? Mati, I don't think you do it, okay? But for those of you who are listening, because I used to do it, maybe you used to do it as well. So many times we focus on things we don't want.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah. And it really is about getting responsible about our thoughts and language. And please don't get paranoid or OCD about this, right? This is just a tool that can serve you. When every time you say something like, I don't want be attracting married men, example, right? Universe or energetically, it doesn't hear the word don't. It just doesn't hear it.
So it will send you all the married men, right?
And then you're wondering, what the hell is happening to my life? I just keep on saying, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. And it's just going stronger and stronger.
So just say what we want, creating what you want in your life.
Yes. So you can, if you want to create, and this is why we need to be conscious of our thoughts, of our, you know, everything really. Be responsible about what you are releasing from your mouth, you know, or even your thoughts. And, you know, if you want someone who is not married, then think or say, I am ready and available to meet a lovely guy who is ready for a wonderful relationship, who is single and ready for relationship. So please ask for what you want, guys. Okay?
And how many times should, well, not me, but how many times should the girls say it in a day?
It's not about times. You know what? If you really want to declare something and make it, sometimes there is a delay. I mean, we don't know how. Sometimes the universe always delivers what you ask for. Sometimes even what you don't think you ask for. Sometimes you don't even realize it. It's only when you are more conscious about what you actually done or thought about. You always get what you want, what you ask for. Actually, sorry, what you ask for. Sometimes there is a delay, but if you really, really want to manifest with much more power, it's put energy behind it. So emotions are very great energy. I was on wonderful tantric workshop. Sexual energy is one of the strongest energy. So actually, some say, you know, it's great to manifest when you're having orgasm. Guys, try it.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a go.
Do you know what I love? I love visualizing. I love, because, you know, when you want something, you just close your eyes and you visualize what you want, okay? Yeah. And when you do visualize, your emotion, your feeling just change, your energy changes. So lovely, isn't it? Because our brain doesn't know different.
Not everybody is visual. For example, I'm not very visual. I'm finding quite visualizing. Yeah, men are quite visual. Women, not sure, but I'm definitely not that visual. I like nice things, like I like to see, but creating stuff, that's why I'm not very good at drawing. Like draw a horse.
Okay, and I am, so that's why probably.
Yeah, so you are great at visualizing. For some people, visualization is fantastic. For some, we are more of a feelers. We are more kinesthetic. Yeah, so it's different types. Anyway, guys, I need to dash, but let's do number 7. Take a few steps back.
Hold on.
Okay, and what we mean by this is take a distance, you know, and it's really hard when you are in this situation. I really appreciate that, but try to distance yourself from the situation. It's almost like you're watching yourself in this situation, like on a TV, rather than being in it, because it is very, very difficult to make any sensible choices when we are being in a swirl of things. So, you know, and that's why I swear by meditation and yoga provides you with this space, with this distance, with this time, with this moment when you can just calm your nervous system down and take a deep breath. And I promise you see so much more clearly. So on that note, because I need to go, guys, we've got a freebie for you, 3 of them. I'm running a last Aroma Yoga session this Sunday from 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock. So share our video if you like it, and if you would like to share just out of love, not just winning this prize, you know, share it, because you never know, if you share it with your friends, maybe someone will hear something that will really make us a difference to them. We try to plow these videos with a lot of value and a lot of tips, and we are hoping that is landing with you. So share it, guys, and when you share the video, send me or Martina a comment that you share the video, and then send me a comment just to make it easy. Sorry, Machi. And you know, I will put you in a little draw, and 3 of you will get a free ticket. In price is £29, but you will get it actually free of charge. It's in Arsenal, 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock. And in case you want to share and you're like, I don't live in London, well, give it to someone as a gift. Why not?
Why
Those
not?
Watching in America. Okay, guys, I'm dashing. I really need to go. We love you.
And we see each other next Wednesday. Next
Wednesday again. And in the comments, as always, we are going to put like the theme, what we are talking about. And please keep on writing to us. What do you want to talk about? This was inspired partially by, well, actually, no, this was inspired by many of you talking to me. So please keep on talking to us, and we love you.
See
Maki,
you
thank
next
you.
week. Bye bye.